And so what we're going to do, oh yeah, the boots. So basically, coming up now is a little bit of a look at well over 12 months now of wearing the Brandcosse boots, and this was after a period we'd been down. I think I'd been away for nearly 3 weeks. You joined me about a couple of days after that, so you were 2.5 weeks. So whilst I had additional footwear with me, same boots on all the time, 4 seasons throughout the whole period, from monsoon to frost to glorious. Didn't touch the boots because you can't when you're away. They're on morning and night. We didn't have a day off, I don't think.
Nope.
Stalking morning and evening the whole way through. And the clip here is the boots on my way back according to check a new piece of Seeker ground out. So that was the last time they were worn in basically I think 20 days. So pretty good test, I would say.
Yeah. And we put them through their paces.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Brilliant for stalking, guys. Crocs, way forward. Going out, evening meal, posh restaurants, stalking, you name it, multifunctional. Want to talk about boots. Been stalking 3.5 weeks, and same boots on, 3.5 weeks, every day with the best that Stormbird can deliver. People ask about what are good boots. Well, not touched them, not had the time to touch them, not had the kit to touch them, to dry them out or anything. I've taken spare gear just in case, but I have not worn anything different to those for 3.5 weeks through Storm, whatever it was. What was it? Dara. I think Storm Dara, I think it was. Feet have been dry, comfortable. What a cracking quality pair. I see all stuff all the time about these boots on social media and all the rest of it, and people being disappointed with them. Well, look, there you go. Can't fault them. People also need to understand how to maintain boots. So what I'm going to do with these now is I will let them dry out. So they're dry inside, but obviously the outside leather. So I'm going to let them dry, but let them dry naturally. Don't stick them on the fire or on the radiator. Just let them dry out naturally for a few days. And then what I'll do is just, before doing that, make sure they're clean, obviously taking the dirt off. Let them dry out. Give them a brush, make sure all the seeds and everything's off them, any mud's off them, and then give them a treatment with whatever you use. Brandcosse supply actually all the treatments, and there's advice on doing that. But give them a good treatment then, put some dubbing on whatever, and they're ready to go for whatever. If you don't look after your boots, then don't sort of whinge when they let you down. But if you look after them, then you'll be able to wear them solid for 3 weeks in about every possible condition you could imagine, and your feet are going to remain dry. So they've been certainly put through their paces in all sorts of different terrain, from Hertfordshire to where I'm now back home in Scotland in the borders, and awesome. Okay, so hope you enjoyed that. Good boots.
I like the tassel ones.
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah, those are the new ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, it's personal preference. I don't like because I've got big chunky legs. They're a bit high for me.
Yeah, basically.
But I do need this.
What you mean is on a high leg boot, they reach your kneecaps, so it looks more like a thigh boot on you than it does on me.
Yeah. well, but I think obviously in the military, I've done my ligaments 15 times, so I'm constantly, even at home, I'm in boots.
I think it's interesting because it is a question we get. We've put this piece in because it's a question, probably one of the questions we get asked most are centre around boots, whether it's what boots do we think are the best, why do we wear them. People are complaining about boots that they originally used to wear. I could probably...
And I've got 2 pair of them.
You've got 2 pair of them, but I mean the boots that I originally started wearing when I first started stalking, I'm not going to mention the name because I'm not going to be slagging anything off, but generally I think the boots that people were wearing 20 years ago now do seem, in the main, seem to get quite a lot of bad press for longevity, water resistance.
I think they've changed the manufacturing
Yeah,
process.
they must have done.
Different country.
They must have done. They must have done. And then I started working with the guys at Brandcosse about 18 months to 2 years ago now. And I mean, primarily that's because they were developed for the Galloway Hills. We're on the edge of the Galloway Hills, so it was kind of logical to A, be working with a local firm, and B, they're obviously committed, you know, they're committed to what they're doing. So they've got guys like me and you out in the field, we're wearing these every day to give them some honest feedback. So if we find fault or a problem, we can feed that back in, or if we think maybe there's a better design, or perhaps what about trying this, and other people are doing the same, then they're prepared to try it. And in Italian, I think Italians still have the reputation for quality of leather and leather work. So I mean, they developed in the Galloway Hills by local guys, Josh and the team, and they're actually made in Italy. So I don't think you could get much of a better combination. And I mean, I think another element of boots is maintenance. People don't know how to look after a pair of boots properly.
I always find as well, have more than one set, especially if you're out quite regularly. If you walk into my house now, there's probably about 10 sets laying on the floor.
Yeah.
Some that I use for different weathers, for example.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed.
Some
and I
summer
mean,
stuff, some autumn stuff.
the big problem with leather boots is people don't dry them out correctly. So once a pair of boots needs to be cleaned and dried out,
on the radiator.
You just don't do it. You're not putting it, absolutely not. So you need to let the leather dry out. Dry out, yes, but dry it out naturally and slowly, not forced.
And also reintroduce those oils and
because of crack and everything. And so look after them. I think people, boots, and it don't matter what type of boot they are, if you just don't do anything with it and treat it like anything, don't treat it correctly, don't give it a little bit of maintenance every now and again, then they're going to let you down. Like any, you know, if you don't service a car regularly, it's going to break down.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's an element of looking after the boot as well. But you need to start off with the product wants to be good to start off with. Anyway, I like them. That's what I'm wearing.
I'm blabbering on again.
We're blabbering.
Yeah.
Shut up. What you're saying is shut up.
Yeah.